Okay, so here we are on the road test of the CFMOTO 800MT. Now I have to report it is really windy today. So much so that I've been debating all day whether I should be taking this bike out or not. But I'm going to brave it, because the rest of the week it's supposed to be raining. There's nothing worse than rain all over your camera lens. So, now, I have to say, initially, what I do like is how comfortable it is. I love the sound of that engine as well. Sounds lovely. Heated grips are on, heated seat is on. I will turn it off if it gets too much. However, slow speed balance is superb. Don't have to put my foot down, you can just sit there really gently at slow speed and have no issues whatsoever. I can feel this wants to fly. Now I've got it in rain mode for two reasons. One, so I can put it in sport later and see what the difference is. But two, I've heard that these bikes are a little bit snatchy on the throttle. Now I've preliminary put a phone call into KTM, and I've even spoken to Quadzilla, who used to do these bikes, to see if there is a map available to change the snatchiness of the throttle in sport mode. They did say at Quadzilla that there was one available, but only for the Australian market. Now the problem with that is obviously we're not in Australia, we're in the UK. I put a phone call into KTM, who are looking into it, but for now I shall report whether there is a big problem with the snatchy throttle or not, or whether it's just a matter of getting used to it. Lovely sound, great visibility. The screen is adjustable with the two handles either side, just up and down, undo, slide up, etc, etc. About a 2-inch lift on those. My seat is cosy. I've only got it on the first setting, and the same with the handle grips. I call them handle grips, that's what they call it. Now pulling away there, look, not snatchy. Not snatchy at all actually. It's actually quite serene in rain mode. So that's quite pleasing. Very comfortable, great presence on the road. Very good visibility out of the mirrors, probably about 90 to 95%, and about 10% of arm. Now I'm sitting here in third gear at 30 miles an hour, and I can feel it wants to go. It's got decent pickup. If I put it in fourth at 30 miles an hour, yeah, it's quite relaxing actually. Now bearing in mind this is a heavily windy day, although it has settled down a little bit from before, again, not really an issue. I'm not being blown around, it's quite planted on the road here. Very comfortable. Love the view of that dash. It's a good thing about having a bigger bike. I mean, if you've got a massive slab side, it can blow you around. But at the moment, it seems okay. I'm heading into the wind, so that obviously will have a big difference. We'll do a bit of the country roads as well and see how it feels when we get some crosswind. It's ideal testing, really. See what it's like if you are taking this across the windy highs of Scotland, maybe. Yeah, it's actually quite serene when you pull away in rain mode. Now the indicators take a little bit of getting used to, simply because it's touch left, touch off, very touch sensitive. Oh, very nice. Got cruise control on here. We will try that out in a little while. The seat is getting a little bit warm. I might have to turn that off. Now this is a bit of a bummer, because you've got to do it whilst riding or when you've stopped. You press set, you go up, hold up into the settings, go down to the seat heater, set, turn it off, set, and then back, back. Now ideally there should be a button to turn the heater off, the grips off and the seat off, like there is with the fog light here, but there isn't. So it's a little bit annoying. And it gets, you know, a little bit of getting used to. It didn't take me, it's the first time I've ever done it, and I literally just straight in, turn it off and done. You just got to keep an eye on the road whilst you're doing it, obviously. Very serene. Oh, it lays into a corner very nicely. Ooh, very tight on the corners. Great comfort. Nothing negative so far. I'm getting a bit of a crosswind coming now, and again it's not really causing me an issue. I'm quite upright. Well, it's quite relaxing, bearing in mind it is a ridiculously windy day. Ooh. I'm definitely getting a full-on side wind across that field, but it's not really causing me much of an issue. Into fifth at 40 miles an hour. Perhaps I'm doing 3,000 RPM. Perhaps I could be in fourth. Yeah, it feels nicer in fourth. But again, it's just a matter of getting used to how it feels in each gear and which is the best gear to ride in. I am getting a bit of a bluster across the fields, but as I say, it's not really moving me very much at all. I should pull onto the dual carriageway and see how nicely it picks up. Good engine braking. Don't really need to touch the brakes at all. Into its own really at 6,000 RPM. I do have a whistle, but I don't know if it's come through my helmet or around the side of this. Can't really see where I'm getting it. I think it's in my helmet, to be honest. I don't know if you can hear that whistle. I'm a bit annoyed about the helmet, because obviously it's the HJC Barley-on carbon fibre helmet, and I expected better. Don't really ride very much in windy conditions. Let's take it through the countryside now and see how it feels. And then we'll stick it in sport mode in a little while and see how it fares there. The whistle has gone, which is nice. It floats around corners very nicely. Very much a floaty bike. Rather enjoyable. Yeah, good pickup. Nice throaty sound from the exhaust there. Takes the bumps very simply, soaks up any lumps and bumps in the road to a nice floaty experience. Very nice. Pull onto this road here and see how it accelerates down here. I've got a massive wind coming across that field now, and I'm really not feeling it. That is lovely. Oh, big gusts of wind now. Oh, I felt that one. But I'm still upright, so that's a bonus. Very pleasurable. Dips into the corners really well, bearing in mind this bike's probably done about, well, I can see how many it's done, 17 miles, so the tyres are still very, very fresh. Maxxis tyres. I mean, in this rain mode, to say these back roads are doing rather well. No jerky issues, which I was concerned about, to be honest. But if you ride it in rain mode and you're not full on riding, it seems okay. Good brakes. And they're not, I mean, the rear brake is okay, front brake is good, dampens you quite quickly. I have to say, brakes wise, not as sharp as the Brembos on the Escape 650, but they more just stop you nicely rather than slam you on. Yeah, decent enough. Okay, see, easily there. Didn't have to put my foot down. Yeah, you have to rev it to get it to go. If you're gentle with the throttle, it doesn't let you fly. So if you're gentle at pulling away, it's a gentle acceleration. But if you open up the throttle, let's do a little experiment. So I'm just going to second gear. Yeah, it'll go. Doesn't rip your arms off, but it does propel quite nicely. And then you're back to serene, gentle floatiness. Very nice. What I shall do is into set, hold up into the drive modes, put it into sport, and see how that fares. Doesn't help that I've got a sun in my eyes now. Okay, so into third. Oh, hello. Bloody hell. Yeah, that's a big difference. Yeah. Oh, that's a very big difference between rain and sport mode. I'm going to pull away from the standstill in sport mode and see if the jerkiness is there. I mean, it may just be that the bike was running in, so I don't know. Okay, so let's pull away gently and see if the jerkiness is there. It's not. It's actually pretty damn good. Wow. Oh, I like that. You soon get up to speed. I mean, if we're coming to a corner, obviously it is quicker on acceleration, a lot quicker in sport mode than it is in rain mode. You know, you've got to be on point. That's very enjoyable. Very nice. Tight in the corners. Pheasant. Dickheads. That's the other thing about hossing around little back roads like this. Wildlife decides they'll just go wherever the hell they like. This is really enjoyable. Oh, I really do like this. Wow. Wow, that is fantastic. Yeah, give it some. And that's in 5th. Very pleasing. Certainly a lot better than I expected it to be. Well, that's good. So if you're out for a relaxing, serene ride, stick it in rain mode. If you want to give it some and you want to be on it, stick it in sport mode and enjoy. It will be jerky if you're just pottering around town, but that's what rain mode's for. What you have to be mindful of is that there's no free play because it's fly-by-wire throttle, so you literally just touch the throttle and you're off. But once you get used to that and adjust your clutch control because of it, it's not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. So what about everything else? Well, seating position is good. I really do like how comfortable this is and how well balanced it is. And so it really does want to go in sport mode. So if you're on these country roads, rain mode is better, but I am just riding in sport mode just to see just how jerky it is, because you do have to flit between the two modes and there's no simple way of just one button doing it. You do have to go into the menu. Yeah, 30 miles an hour. The second you let go of the throttle and put it back on again, you can feel it's not horrendous, I'll be honest. I mean, if you're steady at holding the throttle, it's not that bad at all, actually. Foot peg positions are comfortable. I get no buzzing from them, I get no vibrations from them. The handlebars are a comfortable distance. Seating position is nice, actually. My knees are nicely tucked in and they're weather protected by the big fenders that you get at the side of the tank here. The screen seems to do its job quite nicely, bearing in mind it is a ridiculously windy day. As I say, the suspension soaks up the lumps and bumps very nicely indeed. I do like how these tyres are performing, so bearing in mind they are brand new. No issues at all. It's a very imposing bike. It's a great feeling to be on it. As I say, the rear brake could be a bit better, but again, it's only done 17 miles, so I haven't really run it in. Right, okay. Okay. Very nice. I like the fact you've got heated grips. I like the fact you've got heated seat. I like the fact you've got cruise control. Oh, let's try the cruise control. Okay, cruise control is on and set at 47. Is it? 55. It's set at 55. Okay, how does it work? Cruise control. I'll press the minus to set it, and there we go. One-handed job, and I feel in full control, even with the wind. It's very relaxing, very comfortable, very nice indeed. Bit of crosswind, and it's not bothering me one little bit. Very nice. Great cruise control. Not jerky at all in cruise control, even in sport mode. And then to knock it off, you just flick it. Let's say it's quite a bit of engine braking, so as soon as you knock it off, it's lunging forward slightly. You just have to be ready with the throttle, that's all. I like the touch button thing. Nice. A lot of it is just about getting used to what gear you should be in at what speed. But that's the same with a lot of bikes, getting used to how it feels in each gear. Yes, I can safely say that reaches 70 miles an hour very nicely. Lovely 70 miles an hour there. Very nice. Sport mode is definitely a lot more fun than rain mode if you are poodling around town or the back streets and you're not worried about launching it out of corners. Oh, I do like it. I love that little as you come down through the gears. They're nicely round the corners. You've got a fantastic response in that throttle when you hoss it out of a corner. Certainly get you out of trouble very easily. And then you're back to a nice, relaxing, serene bike. Very pleasing indeed. Wow, well, I've got nothing negative to say. I like the throttle. Better than I thought I would. Very good gear change. Decent brakes. The brakes, as I say, they're not ridiculously sharp, but they stop you nicely. J1 brakes doing a decent job. So you do dip in a little bit, but you do have adjustment on the suspension if you want to make it a bit harder. But I've got a lot of wind coming across these fields and I feel very confident on this bike. I'm not worried about it being blown away from underneath me at all. It's a very pleasurable ride. What I am going to do, because I've been doing a mixture of riding now, have a look at the what's the name, you know, miles per gallon. Let's see what we're doing there. So, set information, 59 miles of fuel left. Okay, where is no maintenance required? That's good. No warning lights, obviously. Mileage 26 miles, average speed 18 miles per hour. Fuel consumption. Well, I've got instant fuel consumption, but I want average fuel consumption. So where do I find that? Nope, I don't. There must be one here. Definitely a lot of wind here, and I am having to lean a little bit over to the left, but again, feels nice and planted. No real issues. I've just got my instant fuel consumption. Where's my average fuel consumption? Just hold the up button and see if there's anything in the connections, units, trip reset. Optional info, is it in there? Info 1. Nope. Info 2. Fuel range. Instant fuel consumption. consumption there. Okay, let's see if that shows me. So there is just one more thing I'd like to do, and that's to test out the quick shifter. Obviously you do have to roll off the throttle a tiny bit, but it is smooth. Now in sport mode at least the quick shifter is two-way. So into fifth, into fourth, wow. That is lovely. Great working quick shifter there. Now what I shall try and do is keep on the throttle and just bang it in and see how that works on the dual carriageway. So, roll off the throttle, into fifth, into fourth, into third, nice, don't need the clutch, into second, alright, let's see how this fares now. Not letting off the throttle, just banging it up through the gears, no problem at all. You want to go down the gears, down into fifth, nice, up into sixth, nice. Now let's try that in rain mode. So it's hold up, into drive, down to rain, select, bosh, there we are. It does. The quick shifter works in rain mode and sport mode. Yes, yes. So the quick shifter, rain mode, no problems at all. Now to see how smooth this is, I'm just going to hold it one-handed for a second for demonstration purposes only. Look at how smooth that is, look. Nice. Yeah, rain mode, sport mode, doesn't matter. Quick shifter works a treat. Cruise control, lovely. Cruise control, quick shifter, no dramas whatsoever. Lovely. Wow. So what more can I say? Well, the CFMOTO 800MT is delightful. I really do like it. Now I've had some comments on my previous video, and thank you very much for everyone viewing that and taking the time to comment. It's much appreciated. About how it fares with its biggest rival for the money, and that would be the Honda Transalp. Now I shall try and get a go on the Transalp to see how it fares. But I tell you what, for the money and for all the equipment you get, you know, the heated grips, the heated seat, the cruise control, the big screen, the way it rides, the comfortability, that KTM engine, the quick shifter, the spoked wheels, the tyre pressure monitors, all this equipment you get as standard for this 11669 on the road. I really do like this. And I tell you what, I could certainly feel myself doing miles and miles and miles on one of these in place of my Triumph Explorer 1200. Yeah, I do like it a lot, especially considering this is 231 kilos, whereas my Triumph was getting on for 270. Wow, much easier to manoeuvre, very flickable. Lots of confidence in these tyres, bearing in mind everything is all very new and tight. Oh, there we go, MPG. I've just seen it in the middle there. 47.8. Well, that's okay, considering all the stops and starts and spurts and sport mode mostly that I've been in. Oh, there you go. It does display it on the main screen. There's me looking for it in the menu. No need. So a lot of this is just about getting used to the bike and what it does. See, look, in rain mode, 15 mile an hour, tiny bit of jerk, but it's not horrendous. And as I say, the engine's still running in. So at slow speeds, yeah, you do get a little bit of jerk, and it'd be nice if there was a remap KTM to perhaps eliminate that at very slow speeds, sort of 10, 12, 13 miles an hour type speed. But other than that, you get to 15 and you're alright. I can live with that. So there we go. That's all I have time for this video. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll be back next time with the CFMOTO, again, 450 SR. And a sports bike that's got lots of fun written all over it, literally. So as I said in my previous video, this bike is available for test. If you want to have a test of it, pop along to Lightning Storm Motorcycles in Lowestoft and book your test ride. And I don't think you'll be disappointed, especially when you think of the equipment you get and the money it costs. Very nice indeed. So, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video, please. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. So as I cruise back to base, I've got nothing but praise for this bike. Yes, okay, there is a tiny little bit of jerkiness at very slow speeds, as in sub 12, 13 miles an hour. But it's not often you'll be doing that. And even that is not really off-putting, to be honest, not for me. I like the way it rides, I like the way it feels, I like all the equipment you get. And for the money you're going to spend on this bike, with everything you get, the heated seat, the heated grips, the cruise control, the big screen, the quick shifter, which is worth a good amount of money, the tyre pressure monitors in those spoked wheels, this is not to be sniffed at all. This is a great competitor for all those other big brands out there. And until next time, please ride and drive carefully, but have fun. Bye bye.